Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills have every intention of walking out of today's game with win number 4 on the season. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Bills.
Larry, we're just about 4 miles off the shores of Lake Erie at New Era Field in Orchard Park. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. He gets away from one. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here we go.
The slot man in motion right. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
So we have to remember, this offensive unit, they've been off for the last 2 weeks. Had an open week, and so it might take them a little while to get back into rhythm. I know they worked hard to try and get past that in practice, but practice isn't game speed.
Colton Schmidt, 4th-year man from UC Davis, on to punt it away. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Play clock winding down. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
From the gun, Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. 23 yards on the play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
To throw is Winston. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Matt Milano in there to drop him, and that will go into the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Play action now. Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is Archer. Oh, he shifts past him. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dree Archer, 87 yards. And the Bills have taken the early lead. They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, you don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They go play action here on 1st down. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Winston now to throw on 1st down. Screen play, Anderson. And now running right through it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Here's the former Bronco. It's C.J. Anderson with his first carry. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. C.J. Anderson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Off play action. Johnson. This for his running back, McCoy. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That good for 19 on a first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Second down following the run. Shift together here from the D-line. Back to throw. Johnson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Looking to throw. Johnson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. A first down throw for Winston. Looking deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. To throw, Winston. It's brought in by Kevin White. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
So 5 yards remain now. Still first down. Jameis to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. To the air again with Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 22-yard line. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. Jameis now on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there at a first down again. Again, it's Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Matt Milano in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Now a second down throw for Winston. Being chased out left. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Third and goal. Winston into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 30, the 20, 10. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about about the excitement that play generates for his team. Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Let's field it a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. A reminder later tonight, a game some folks have had circled on their calendars since the schedule came out in April. That's the Super Bowl rematch. Falcons, Charles, at Foxborough to take on the Patriots.
Super Bowl 51.5, anyone?
Then on Monday night, that's no slouch either, an NFC East battle between the Redskins and the Eagles. Back to it after the pick six. Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. Going up top. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Dancing to his left. Pushing through the contact. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Here we go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got room. He's to the 10. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Meanwhile, out in Los Angeles, they're in the 2nd quarter now. And scoring again, the Rams have widened that lead a bit further. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. McCoy, and he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. And his kick is good. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. On 1st and 10, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. There he goes right side. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
But number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
Rallying in there further in the second quarter at Lambeau. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And they're going to go soft on the corners. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And he rifles one incomplete. C.J. Anderson, the intended target. And now it's second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Airing this one out for Evans. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down. Here's Brian Anger now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Archer. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself, because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field. And right now,
that's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. First down, Winston. Looking for White on the deep ball. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Meanwhile, out in Los Angeles, they're in the second quarter now. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They go play action. Winston. And a catch right side by Evans. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Ready. Blue waiting. Black 52. Black 52. Sonic. White. It's going to be a long day.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
Ready.
Off the play fake, Winston. Over the middle, complete. It's Evans. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're
is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off around the 37. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Johnson now off the play fake. Flushed out right. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 21-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Right side caught by Jackson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
Throw it long, it can be a big play. You throw it short, it can be a big play for Deshaun Jackson. Yards after catch, always a big part of his game.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bills continue to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And Winston lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back. But it will be a loss on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the gun, Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. So the false start will back them up 5. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here's Winston. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Evans. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Ready, ready.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. He completes it to Evans. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down in defense.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes and try and shift their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. They'll run for it. Anderson. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're able to pick up. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Elsewhere around the NFL, third quarter now in Los Angeles. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Here's Winston. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Second down now after the incompletion. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Evans has it left side. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And now a first down following that long gain.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Ready. Move away. 3 down.
To throw, Winston. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. A second down throw for Winston. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Jameis to throw it. Flush to his right. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Fourth down, Winston. He's got Evans. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Elsewhere around the NFL, third quarter now in Los Angeles, and it's the Rams extending their lead as they've just put more on the board. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Ready? Blue lane. We got three. We got three. We got three. 550. 550. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Easy. Check two.
Time running out here on the play clock. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They'll throw again. Winston. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not any chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Third and long for Winston. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. How about the defensive stand here from first and goal, 3 straight incompletion.
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
Now Winston on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll go again to McCoy. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Slot man moves right. They go play action here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Let's go! Let's round! Let's round!
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On third, here's an up. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. And the Buccaneers have it. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Winston now after the fumble recovery. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Well, he's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Throwing, Winston. And that's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Winston, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On play action, Winston. The quick slant caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they did.
And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. His pass caught at the 4. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. And not great starting field position here for the offense. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw, eluding the pressure right. Jackson's got it over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out to the 25-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him?
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mitch Unrein in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Back to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Calvin Pryor. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. That one looks like he'll throw here. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the 1st down here as he's up to the 15. Johnson operating from the gun. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down.
Come on, let's go! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round!
Here's Johnson. From the gun, he'll throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say we'll get better as we go forward. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On second down, Winston again. Fighting to stay upright. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. Third down here.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
He's going to let it fly, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Watch. Ready. Blue ready. Check 31. Let's go deep. Sonic. Check. Ready. Blue ready. 150. Watch the egg. Easy. Flip it.
One last shot now for Winston. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Around the NFL, they're in the fourth now in Green Bay.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Ryan's Falcons going up against Stafford's Lions.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL sends us to the state of Michigan as we are inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with Matt Ryan and the defending NFC champions, the Atlanta Falcons. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.